Right, what is going on guys? My name is Jason Brown and I want to do a review on these Chelsea boots that I picked up 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to explain to you why quality boots or shoes is really important, and I'll also do like a proper review of them. So I got these 2 weeks ago. They're called Chelsea boots, and a Chelsea boot is actually very similar to what I wear when I go horse riding. Apart from when you go horse riding in these kind of shoes, you don't want to wear them as smart shoes because they're not smart, they're all scuffed up and just doesn't work. So I needed to get a smart pair to wear with a suit or with leather jacket or whatever. Now these ones are made by Loake, and they are importantly handmade in England, which means that they're not only a good quality of leather, so they're full leather all the way around, leather sole, and then a rubber heel, which means it's easily replaced. And not only are they a great material, it means that they've actually been put together very carefully as well, which is super important. Now I've got one of my brogues here, and now they look really worn down. It's terrible, but I've had them for probably about 2 years now, and I've resoled them once, and that's so important because it makes it feel like a new shoe again. So when you get them resoled, I do it locally. It costs £40, something like that. Get a proper leather redone sole and heel. And you can do the same things with these when they get worn down in a year's time, which is really good. So I've been looking at getting Chelsea boots for ages, and I needed the right one. And I could have gone to, in the UK, if you know Topman, I could go to Topman and buy them for £15–20 perhaps. But you're buying a plastic Chinese or Bangladesh made shoe that you're going to throw away after, I don't know, 4 months when it's worn down and they're not made in the right construction to be dismantled and put back together again to be worn again. So these are really tough boots. They sort of remind me of steel toe cap boots. They're not actually steel toe cap, but they're almost that kind of toughness. And I got them in Aberdeen, which is in Scotland, where I live, and I got them in the Slater's shop. So if you know Slater's, I don't know if they're in England as well, but Slater's in Scotland, they're like suit hiring and tailors and suit makers, but they carried that line of shoes, which is really good as well. Now I'm just looking at the receipt here. I'm in a size 7, which is kind of depressing, but you know, small feet, and I thought they would fit very true to size. Maybe like they'd be made to warm with thicker socks because of, you know, harsher winters and things. You'd wear these, which is totally okay. And I've given them a polish myself. They were actually shinier than this, but when I think the polish I used was like a more dull polish than the factory one. So yeah, they're not quite as shiny. But if you notice at the back, the actual sort of shape of the back means that it really sort of hugs onto your heel, and it just feels really structured and fits really well, and they're just so comfortable. And I thought that also that they'd take ages to break in, because I know with my brogues when I got them, I had a week of almost like bloodshed feet. It was that bad, and I thought these would be even worse, but something about the leather, it just softened up like that. I don't know how it happened, but it really did. And if you look inside, it tells you the batch of them and the number, which one it was. They're just really good. Now where I live, when I walk around, like the ground is so tough on shoes, it's pretty brutal. So if I show you the back end of them, you can see it's really tough on these shoes. But I have all hope in them surviving. I mean, they're really good shoes, and I've polished them. Again, I say, like, you sort of brush them off with polish and they just come up really nicely again. I'm really just rambling, but I just want to tell you that if you want proper Chelsea boots that have been made, these are probably your best bet for under £200, like the absolute best bet. And another thing that guys in the UK will understand is that it says, by appointed to Her Majesty the Queen, manufacturers of men's footwear, Loake Brothers Limited. That means a bit like Denmark, my amplifier, Bang & Olufsen, is appointed to the Royal Danish Court. Same kind of thing, it's been certified by royalty as being a great manufacturer. So before I start rambling even more, I'm just going to put them on and show you what they look like.